So last year you had a 6-figure a month coaching program, but you've sort of taken your focus away from it.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Let's fucking go. So at this point, I've worked with probably 400 or 500 businesses in the online space. So, you get some learnings even just from existing near a company like that. And meanwhile, we're spending 10K a day on different apps. We'll spend 3K a day on info ads. So we're behind the scenes of some really interesting stuff. And I just want to share that in a more authentic and kind of real way. Because I think it's pretty well documented that, if you want to grow an info business, just do it this way. If you want to grow this type of business, just do it this way. It doesn't really seem that grounded in reality to me. And I think I live a pretty normal life. Like, we're just at a cafe on a Wednesday morning, gearing up for a big rest of the week. So with the new content format, I'm just going to bring you guys along and kind of show you the behind the scenes. And I know everyone says, oh, we're going to show you the behind the scenes. And then you just go into like a Miami penthouse and it's just like nothing's actually happening. So it's going to be my new life's work to make these valuable and useful and give you a real insight. Because I feel like if there's one thing that I can bring, it's a level of just no bullshit. This is how it is. And that's that. So in this video, I'm conscious that you guys probably don't know who I am, or you don't know what I've been working on, because a lot of you guys might know me for 1000x Leads. There's a video on my channel about how we ended up shutting that down. And this video was kind of like an update video. That video is kind of like what happened in the past. This one's more what's happening in the future and what's happening now. So now I'm pretty much all in on my agency, which is Softron Solutions. And it's basically just an ads agency. It's nothing too complex. We make ads, we write ads, we run ads, we do tracking, we make funnels, we run conversion rate optimization. It's nothing that's too crazy. We like to think we just do it pretty well. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
So it's been a couple months since you posted on YouTube about the breakdown of your last business, 1000x Leads. What have you been up to and what are your plans for next year?
Yeah, good question. So switching from like a coaching model back to agency model, it's kind of just a different skill set. Like in info, or if you're doing coaching, you kind of just make a bunch of YouTube videos and like Instagram videos, and then it's fine, and like you just get leads and it's hunky-dory because the delivery is pretty straightforward. Compare that to agency. When you have an agency, it's a lot more of a people-based business. So a lot of my time now is spent on training the team, trying to bring the right people in. Obviously client acquisition's a big thing still. So we've been running like live paid ads workshops rather than doing like webinars and things of that nature that are like that's what you would do to sell info. We kind of do like live implementation workshops that have been going really well. So it's been training people and bring people in. So yeah, we've just been setting the foundations, getting the project management system dialed, got a fresh Airtable built. Because yeah, it's not really, like an agency is typically not really constrained by your ability to get clients. It's typically constrained by your ability to deliver at a really high level. We're just focused on that. And again, it does take a bit longer, it's a bit slower. But again, the map of an agency is like, it's just slowly growing and growing and growing. Whereas the map of most info businesses is like, you're just gonna shoot up and it's gonna be, really fast growth in the initial phases, but it's hard to sustain. It's a big part of the reason I wanted to get into the agency model, or back into the agency model, was because it's something that you can build real enterprise value. It's gonna last for ages. Still 22, 3 years in, a long way to go. So
what would you say the biggest benefit of having an agency at this age has been for you?
Having an agency at this age, well, I think in terms of business, like especially with an agency, it's gonna be your best self-development vehicle. Like your team is gonna know when you're acting like a dickhead. Like there's probably something where like either you can't get clients, or you can't deliver for clients, or your team sucks, or you don't have any project management, or maybe you do just suck at the content and your own paid ads aren't working, or whatever it may be. But I feel like typically an agency business, or even a business in general, it's quite fair usually. It's like setting the exact right expectations and then making sure you can deliver on those things. But yeah, I'm conscious of time because we got to get this running. I've been running 1 mile a day for all of November. We're going up to 2 miles a day in December, 3 miles a day in January, and so forth. What day is it? It's December the 3rd.
Oh, 3rd.
So we're gonna get this running. Easy game.
How's the run?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. About a 4:20 pace.
420 km pace, which isn't prime. Back in my prime, I probably would have been running about 350 pace. But, you know, that was years ago at this point.
What did you feel like you needed to change about your current brand that wasn't aligning? Like, couldn't you just keep making those Gamma, Loom style YouTubes forever? Like, what made you want to get more into content?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think with content, after a certain while, I just got burnt out of making the Loom videos and the Gamma videos showing you how to do like, here's how to do XYZ, or here's like XYZ breakdown of how we grew to A, B, and C, to the point where I just got kind of sick of telling people, oh, hello. Just got kind of sick of telling people what to do. Like, I think the information is out there in terms of, yeah, like this is how you set up an ad campaign, this is how you do X, Y, and Z. Like, I feel like that's only one part of the value I can provide on a channel like this. And I think, yeah, it kind of dilutes the brand or dilutes the content to make broader stuff like this that isn't specifically about ads. But it's my belief that I don't really give a fuck, to be honest. I'm just going to talk about what I want to talk about because I think this is the stuff that's important. So it's not like the skill set isn't expanding, but it's just that the delivery mechanism for that information is probably going to expand to a way that I think is more interesting as well. Because again, the Gammas and stuff, I'll still do them every now and then when there's something important to cover, or the tutorial style stuff. But I definitely think what I want to do is really document, rather than like document what I'm doing and show you what I'm doing and say, hey, if you like this, then fucking, you know, keep watching, keep enjoying it. And if you don't like it, then fuck you. You know, I think I kind of prefer it that way compared to being like, hey, you should do this. Because I don't know, this is just kind of how I feel about it. Does that make sense? Yeah, and I think the other thing with that is that a lot of these guys online, like a Hormozi is like a business guy in terms of his brand and positioning. And that's like great, but I don't really feel like a business guy. I feel like a guy who has a business and a guy that does business stuff. And I know someone like Hormozi, you know, he might be into philosophy or might be into all these other things and he just doesn't post about them. I kind of don't want to do that. I kind of feel like just talking about what I want to talk about and sharing the lessons that I think are valuable for me and make content that I'm proud of, rather than kind of be like a dancing monkey for Gamma or Loom videos. You know, it just doesn't feel, you know, which is something that if I had told myself 12 months ago, like, oh, you're not going to feel like posting content in that way anymore, I probably would have said, what do you mean how you feel? Who gives a fuck how you feel? Just keep doing the same stuff. But I honestly think that's a big flaw in the space, because your emotions and how you feel about things and what you believe about things is going to be the thing that drives the actions you take most of the time over a long enough time horizon as well. So if you're feeling like you need to go in one direction, even if everyone else or conventional wisdom might tell you to go in a different direction than the one you feel, that's kind of the time for you to double down on your own beliefs and stick to your guns and just say, look, this is what I'm doing. If you don't like it, again, fuck you. And if you do like it, then sensational. I think for me, the main goal is to have an amazing business, like have an amazing agency that the clients love. Again, make content that I'm proud of, get in sensational shape as well. As you can see, I'm a bit out of my prime at the minute. So get back into my prime, get into fighting shape, and then have great relationships and enjoy my life, you know? And I think, will I shoot for 100 mil or something? Maybe. We'll see if there's an opportunity that justifies that level of input. But for now, I think in this phase, it's just gonna be a matter of get the agency up and running, get locked in, get dialed in, hit the ground running in 2026, have a massive year. And then the rest will probably be based off, 2025 is very much a foundational year. It's getting the base ready. 2026 is the year of going super hard and blowing up. Looking forward to that. And yeah, I think off the back of this video, if there was anything that I would recommend that's been good for me, is really lasering in on what you want and just cutting everything else out. Like if you don't want certain things, but you tell yourself you want them and you're almost like faking it, that's a really great way to leave yourself procrastinating, burnt out, and not achieving the goals. Because I really believe that when you truly want a goal, like when you truly have a desire and you want to do that and you choose that, then typically you'll be able to reach it. Something a lot of times you do the things required to get there, and sometimes it's just a subconscious desire that holds you back. Like for example, let's say you want to scale your agency to 200K a month. That might be the conscious desire, but the subconscious desire is that you never want to have an uncomfortable conversation with a client. So you're always scrambling to avoid those situations, and that's your subconscious desire that will outweigh the conscious desire that you want to get to 200K a month. So yeah, I would just think about that. What do I want? What told me back? And why? And if you can do those things, you'll have a great 2026. So thanks for sticking around on the channel. It's gonna be a big 2026. So I'll see you there.